Michigan first and goal from the Ohio State 7. And the Wolverines scored on a Blake Corum 1-yard touchdown run on 4th and goal from the Ohio State 1. Ohio State has kicked a field goal, and that's where we stand as we're about set to get the second quarter underway. First quarter stats, Ohio State has actually outgained Michigan 64-49. Buckeyes with 47 passing yards to Michigan's 25, 17 rushing yards. Wolverines have rushed for 24 yards. Ohio State 3 first downs, Michigan 2. Ohio State's had the ball for 7 minutes and 36 seconds to Michigan's 7:24. The 1 penalty for 15 yards, the illegal hands to the face called on Derek Moore, and the 1 big turnover. Individual stats, JJ 3 of 5 for 25 yards. Blake Corum 6 carries, 13 yards, and a touchdown. McCord 4 of 10 for 47 in the pick. And Travion Henderson 7 carries, 17 yards. Michigan doing a good job bottling him up. So Michigan's got it in Ohio State territory. Looking at a 3rd and 8 here, John Jansen. They have to get it inside the Ohio State 38-yard line. And what do you expect to see here?
I expect to see him get on the edge somehow, probably a wide receiver screen, something on the edge to allow, whether it's the Samaj Morgan, maybe Roman Wilson to be able to make a play, a 2-yard reception, 6-yard run, just enough to pick up the first.
Jason Avant has talked about the energy here. Look, it's Michigan, Ohio State, undefeated. We've seen this before. We saw it last year in Columbus, and we saw it in 2006 in Columbus. But the last time they were both undefeated and playing here in Ann Arbor was 1973. And I checked about an hour before kickoff. The buy-in price, a single ticket on SeatGeek, was going for $632.
Wow. Wow. I was just thinking as well.
I should have bought a couple tickets and resold them. Next time.
Don't be surprised to see JJ and that read option. Keep the ball, try and get around. They're crashing their defensive ends, and it might be something that be available here if they feel they can get to the edge.
Donovan Edwards in the backfield on this 3rd and 8. JJ in a shotgun from the Ohio State 46-yard line. JJ takes the snap, back to pass, looking, fires. He's got his man, that's Barner, puts his head down, fighting for the first down, and he's going to come up just short as a bunch of Buckeye tacklers led the way, and it's about a yard short, and it'll be 4th down from the Ohio State. Now I'm looking at this spot. This might be less than a yard.
Yeah, I think this is 4-down territory. They've got to go for it here. You're at the 39-yard line. If for some reason you don't, you're not giving them great field position. But the opportunity to keep this drive going, keep the ball in your possession.
All right, huge play here, 4th and 1.
Didn't have the right personnel on the field.
Sharon Moore is going to take the timeout, the Michigan acting head coach, and they will talk this one over. Jason, is that a full yard or is it less than a yard? Can you tell from where you are?
Coach, timeout, Michigan, they're first to the half. It's a full yard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole yard.
Sharon Moore was not happy on the sidelines. Not sure who he was unhappy with, but it looked like the wrong personnel group on the field for the play that he wanted to call. And so wisely took the timeout. Big play here early in the second quarter.
John, what are you running in this situation?
I'm going right behind Zach Zinter. That's my dude. That's the guy that got that touchdown on 4th and inches. This is an opportunity for when you're in a position like this and you've got a player like Zach and you've got him bracketed by 2 guys that are really good at run blocking, you just put your head down and say, Zach, you go get us this yard.
Well, timeout is over. The Wolverines have taken the field. 4th and 1 from the Ohio State 39-yard line. JJ in a shotgun, Blake Corum in the backfield, everybody else jammed in tight. JJ looks to the sideline, barks some commands. Now they move Corum from right to left. JJ takes the snap, handoff, Corum dives, he's got it. First down, Michigan, as Blake Corum goes over the top inside the 38-yard line. Didn't get it by much, but first down, says Ron Snodgrass, the lead official, and Michigan moves the chains.
It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be sexy. It just has to be effective. And, hey, you get a chance to move the sticks. It's effective in obviously keeping the ball in Michigan's possession and gaining a first down. The more that you can keep that offense, it's an explosive offense, off the field and keep that clock ticking. Time of possession will be important for Michigan.
Wolverines lead it 7-3 here in Ann Arbor. JJ hands it off to Donovan Edwards, running left, has a small hole, gets down to a close to the 36-yard line for a 2-yard gain on first down. Ty Hamilton, the nose tackle, got out there and brought down number 7 for Michigan. Michael Hall Jr. in there as well.
Yeah, very active bunch, and that's just Drake Nugent getting beat over the top. He's getting a little bit of movement. Got to drive your legs and your hips. As soon as you start to feel him go back, you got to drive right through that front side number and make sure he doesn't come over the top.
2nd down and 8 from the Ohio State 36-yard line. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. JJ looks to the sideline, still has 10 seconds on the play clock. 13 minutes to go in the half, Michigan up 7-3. Donovan Edwards in the backfield, got to hurry. Now JJ's ready to go, takes the snap, hands it off to Edwards, bouncing it outside. Can he get the corner? Met by a tackler at the 35. Puts his head down and gets what he can. Short gain for Donovan Edwards there. It'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a lot like Michigan's, where you got really good speed at that linebacker position. You've got good players setting the edge in JT and Jack Sawyer, and that was just JT coming down, wrong arm in the guard as Zach Zinter pulled around from that right guard spot, forcing that ball to go outside. Linebackers coming over the top to make the play.
3rd and 6 from the Ohio State 34-yard line. Again, we might be in 4th down territory here. Wolverines go 3 wide, split wide right with the ball on the left hash. Donovan Edwards in the backfield. JJ takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, looking downfield, continuing to look, gonna run to the 30 and pushed out of bounds late at the 28-yard line. This is very close to a 1st down.
Well, I think where he's spotting it. Yep.
He got it.
Great job by JJ. Good protection. Nobody open downfield. A.J. Barner came free down the middle late, but J.J. had already made his decision that he was going to pick up the 1st down by himself, and nice job of getting to that point.
Now we get a whistle.
Going on the field was a 1st down. Plays under further review.
What if he stepped out of bounds early?
Well, as we take a look at the replay, they've got the pylon cam right there at the line to gain, but you couldn't really tell where the ball was when JJ stepped out.
As the ball is in his back arm, his right hand?
Yeah. In this situation, you want to dive for the 1st down in that situation rather than leaving it. Yeah, short.
Yeah, I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Well, it's going to set up another 4th and short for Michigan. The Wolverines are 2 for 2 on 4th down if indeed they do overturn this. The only question is, does Mr. Snodgrass have a angle that he is confident in and saying he's short? So remember, the in-house replays are different than the TV replay that he's looking at.
Yeah, I think it's fairly definitive. I mean, again, you're right. It depends on the view that he's getting, but I got to imagine the broadcast is going to have just about every angle that we're looking at. And it feels like if the ball was in his inside arm, which, I mean, when you're running, you're going to keep that ball away from the defenders from the pursuit to protect the football. It's going to be in your right hand as you're moving towards the sideline. But at some point, like Jason said, you've got to make a dive for that 1st down. It's not where your foot is when you go out of bounds. It's where that ball is as it crosses the sideline.
After review, the runner was short of the line to gain. It is 4th down.
Half a yard.
Well, field goal could be in play here, but knowing Sharon Moore, I don't think that will be what the Wolverines do.
Doesn't look, I mean, the American flag, as beautiful as it is not showing any movement, so it doesn't look like there's any breeze in the stadium.
Well, Michigan will not attempt a field goal. 4th and 1. Everybody jammed in tight again. JJ in a shotgun. Blake Corum in the backfield. JJ's going to throw, and he's got his man. It's Colston Loveland for 1st down yardage inside the 24 down to the 22-yard line.
Wow, that's not an easy catch by Colston Loveland. It looks like an easy pitch and catch, but that's a bullet from J.J. McCarthy. It's quick, and it is on the money. Nice job, nice execution as Colston looks back to take that reception.
Michigan with a 1st and 10 from the Ohio State 22-yard line. JJ in a shotgun, Donovan Edwards in the backfield. Claps his hands, takes the snap. Handoff to Edwards, he's met in the backfield, and he'll get what he can, which isn't much. Back to the line of scrimmage. I'll say no gain on first down.
They are really crashing hard with Jack Sawyer and JT, and I would not be surprised. I mean, Zach Zinter couldn't even hardly get there in time just to put a hand on JT as he was coming off the left edge. At some point, they're going to have to run the read option to try and keep him honest.
Wolverines lead at 7-3, 10:40 to go. Clock running, first half. JJ in a shotgun. Claps his hands. He's back to pass. Looking downfield, steps up in the pocket's going to fire far side. His man out there is Roman Wilson, locked up in man coverage with Davidson Igbinosin incomplete as JJ tossed it out of bounds, and Michigan going to be looking at another 3rd and long.
Jason, you think that one was just thrown away? Because that wasn't even catchable.
Yeah, no, he threw that away. That was a shot play. That was a double move. We call that the whirly bird. You go up and stop, and then you kind of whirl out of it. They did a great job covering it.
Wolverines looking at a 3rd down and 10. Michigan 0 for 5 on 3rd downs, but 3 for 3 on 4th downs. 3 receivers split left, 1 to the right. Donovan Edwards in the backfield. JJ takes the snap on 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Looking, fires down the middle, and it's caught. Roman Wilson inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Wow, did JJ thread the needle there?
He threw that one into double coverage. I don't know how that ball got between the 2 Ohio State defenders, and even that, Roman Wilson, the concentration to be able to catch that ball.
Denzel Burke in coverage along with Malik Hartford, and JJ just split him to Roman Wilson for the touchdown.
Oh, are they going to take a look at this one as well?
Ruling on the field was a touchdown. The play's under further review.
Are they reviewing whether he was down?
It's got to be. I didn't see him bobble it at all. Oh, he's in the end zone. Come on. What are they reviewing? They're wasting our time.
He's got the ball. Ohio State made a play on it as Roman landed in the end zone. Yeah,
he's in the end zone. Yeah, his shin's not even down.
Ohio State ripped it out as Roman got into the end zone. But I think he'd established possession. He was in the end zone. He had the football, and Ohio State ripped it out late.
Yep.
It looks like a touchdown to me. That's the only thing I can say in that situation. What a great ball by JJ.
I mean, the only thing that this review is doing is giving us a little bit more time to be able to appreciate JJ threading the needle.
Yeah, that's a really tough call to overturn in this situation.
Ron Snodgrass down there is taking his time, and the longer these things take, my experience tells me that's when they start talking about.
Don't say it, Doug. Don't say it.
I thought he had easily established possession in the end zone. Because this wouldn't be an incompletion, right? They'd have to rule it a fumble?
They would have to rule that a fumble. It didn't touch the ground. It was in the defender's hands.
The Ohio State guys are saying it's our ball. Michigan guys are saying touchdown.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
There you go.
Touchdown.
22-yarder on 3rd and 10 from J.J. McCarthy to Roman Wilson, and Michigan extends its lead to 13-3 here in Ann Arbor. Oh, and the fans are loving it. JT on for the extra point. Will Wagner will snap it. Tommy Doman will hold it. And the Saline native, James Turner, will fire it through for the extra point, and Michigan's lead is now 14-3. Following a drive that went 14 plays, 75 yards over 10 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm sorry, check that. 6 minutes and 51 seconds. My bad. And it was a 22-yard touchdown pass from J.J. McCarthy to Roman Wilson. Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant back at the Big House. 10:22 to go first half. Michigan leading Ohio State 14-3. Michigan football is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. John, earlier in the game, you said you wanted to see JJ get into a rhythm. I think it's safe to say he's found that rhythm.
He has found it. 6 of 9 right now, 61 yards. That one touchdown, and that was an absolutely beautiful pass. I think when younger quarterbacks look at that, coaches are going to say, never throw that pass.
And Jim Harbaugh's talked about that as Tommy Doman's kick comes down. Xavier Johnson at the goal line. From the goal line to the 10 to the 15, up the middle. Takes a hit as he gets across the 25, and he's down at the 27-yard line. Xavier Johnson returning it for Ohio State for 27 yards. Jim Harbaugh talked about the touchdown pass he threw to Roman Wilson, the second one at Nebraska.
Yeah.
Where he's screaming from the sideline as JJ runs past him, no, no, no. Then JJ completes it, turns and smiles and points at the coach.
Yes, and after that, he said, you know what? I'm not going to tell you no anymore.
Defender's back turn, the receiver is still open.
Wolverines lead it 14-3. Ohio State's got it at the 27-yard line. Jimmy Roller in the game for the Michigan defense in the middle of that Wolverine defense. McCord in a shotgun. They go handoff to Chip Trainum running right. Makes one man miss across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. Checked out the 36-yard line. And that's where he has dropped. Good gain on first down for Chip Trainum.
Yeah, Jimmy Roller did have a shot at him right at the line of scrimmage as he peeled right over the top. That needs to be a tackle.
First run for Ohio State by somebody other than Travion Henderson. And Chip Trainum picks up good yardage. Second down and 1. Does Ohio State take a shot here? Got Marvin Harrison split wide to the left on Will Johnson. McCord changing the play. The fans getting into it. Plenty of time on the play clock. Now McCord's ready to go. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Going to fire over the middle for Stovar, and he's got it at the Michigan 45. Down inside the 35. Dropped by Jimmy Roller at the 32-yard line. Cade Stovar, the tight end, with a good gain there for Ohio State, and they are in Michigan territory again.
Yeah, I'm curious as to if there's something going on with Mike Barrett or Ernest Hausman as to why Roller is in there as much as he is. Obviously, Ohio State is getting to the line of scrimmage, so there's not enough time to sub somebody in and out. Oh, and here comes Mike Barrett.
Ohio State sub late, putting in Travion Henderson for Trainum. Now Barrett comes in for Jimmy Roller. First and 10 for Ohio State from the Michigan 32-yard line. Buckeyes trail at 14-3. McCord back to pass. Fires over the middle short at the 30. He's got Ibuka. Cuts back towards the center of the field to the 26-yard line where he's dropped by Junior Colson for a 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, John, that was really weird to have Roller in that situation. And I was looking toward the tents to see if any of the linebackers were hurt. Nobody was hurt. Some guy would see Mike Barrett back in the game.
And a couple weeks ago, Jim Harbaugh talked about Jimmy Roller earning some more time, and I'm fine with that, but missed tackle, and then they come right at him again with Cade Stover.
Second down and 4 for Ohio State. They go 4 wide with Henderson in the backfield. McCord back to pass, looking downfield, fires underneath. He's got Henderson, makes one man miss, has the first down. Inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line where Mikey Samra still drags him down. Ohio State in the red zone after that gain of 7.
They're going to look at this drive and say missed opportunities, missed tackles, whether it was Roller, that one was Junior Colson, dove at his legs. That one should have been stopped for no gain, yet he's able to pick up a first down.
Michigan's defense has been very good in the red zone. 18 trips, just 6 touchdowns, 4 empty trips for opposing offenses. And Ohio State's got it at the 19-yard line, first and 10. They're going to go reverse to Johnson, who will cut it upfield, and a flag comes down as he gets inside the 15, down to the 14, but the Wolverines are pointing in the Ohio State backfield.
Yeah, I think Mason Graham got held at that center position, and that's one of the risks you run when you run a reverse. Offensive linemen always like to have good position. You get out of it.
Holding defense number 55. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
Okay. A defensive hold.
Let's take a look at this one.
I don't see anything there.
Unless they're saying he grabbed a hold of him and brought him down with him. But, yeah, I don't. That's a unique call.
Ohio State's got it first and goal from the Michigan 7. Looking to respond. They trail 14-3. McCord in a shotgun. Handoff to Trainum running right, puts his head down, drives inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Chris Jenkins got on his back and rode him to the ground. Gain of 4 on first down.
Got to hold up at the point of attack. Right now, Ohio State in that position was able to win a double team. Mason Graham looked like he fell down on contact, creating a little bit of a gap for them to run.
This is to the end zone in front of the students. Fans getting into it with 6:40 to go in the half. 2nd and goal for the Buckeyes from the Michigan 3-yard line. McCord takes the snap. Gonna roll to the right. Fires. Abuka has got it inside the 5. Tackle as he gets to the goal line into the end zone for an Ohio State touchdown. Emeka Abuka from 3 yards out. And the Buckeyes strike back.
Jaden McBurrows was in on that play, and he was trying to keep up with Egbuka across the formation.
Jaden Fielding will attempt the extra point to try and make it a 4-point game with 6:27 to go in the first half. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. And Michigan's lead is now 14-10 here in Ann Arbor with 6:27 to go in the first quarter. Ohio State, 7 plays, 73 yards, over 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And Michigan's lead is sliced to 4. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Of course, John Jansen, Jason Avant back at the Big House. Michigan leading Ohio State 14-10 here with 6:27 to go in the first half. This year, give something wonderful with holiday instants from the Michigan Lottery. With top prizes up to $500,000, they're sure to add more than a little wonder to the holiday season. So, John, Ohio State strikes back, and now Michigan gets the football. There's 6:27 to go, and I'm sure they'd like to put together one of these long, time-consuming drives and get on the board right before the half because Michigan gets the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I'd like to see some third down conversions instead of having to sit here and hope for a 4th and short conversion. They've been good on those, as you mentioned, but a nice time-consuming drive. Get some more rhythm for JJ, get him outside the pocket, and you got to find a way to keep those defensive ends, the edge guys, for Ohio State honest. They're crashing hard right now, and the best way to do that is, hey, JJ, you see it, you put the ball in Blake Corum's belly, you pull it back out, you make that first down yourself going around edge.
You know what I would love to see right here is Samaj return this ball.
Oh, well, let's cut to the chase and make it easy. It's the best play in football.
Especially with guys that don't tackle much because of the touchbacks.
Fielding will kick off. Samaj Morgan standing deep to the end zone to our left, and this one will go over Samaj's head and into the end zone for a touchback. And Michigan will take over at the 25-yard line, leading it 14-10.
Well, this is an opportunity for this offense to respond, put something on the board here.
Michigan leads Ohio State 14-10, 6:27 to go in the first half. Sherrone Moore said prior to the game, ball control in this game will be huge. Wanted to see them move the sticks, third down conversions. We haven't seen a ton of third down conversions. We have seen 3 fourth down conversions for Michigan.
You just need to continually see that one on that yardage marker. That means you got another first down, and they've scored on the last 2 drives. Obviously, the interception by Will Johnson turned into a 4 plays and a touchdown. Then you get the ball on the 25-yard line. You take it the length of the field, you put it in the end zone. You got to give you some confidence going back out there that what you're doing is working. Now let's find different ways to attack this Ohio State defense.
Wolverines have it on their own 25-yard line following the Ohio State touchdown to cut the lead to 14-10. Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum, both in the Michigan lineup. Corum in the backfield. Edwards will motion from left to right. Now he's in the backfield and motion back out to the right. And they throw it to him. He's got it to 20, 25, dives forward across the 30-yard line. Donovan Edwards with a gain of just over 5 on first down.
I love being able to get the ball in the hands of Donovan Edwards out in the open field, especially when he's got a running start. There's not a lot of linebackers that are going to run down Donovan Edwards. They may force him out of bounds at some point, which they do there, but it's going to be a nice pickup.
Ball's on the right hash now, 2nd down and 5 for Michigan. JJ in a shotgun. Roman Wilson split wide left. Colston Loveland and Cornelius Johnson split wide right. JJ claps his hands. Back to pass. Gonna bail out of there, looking downfield. Better throw it away, JJ, and he fires it downfield, and it's caught. Cornelius Johnson out near the 50. Indeed, what a throw from JJ McCarthy to Cornelius Johnson at the 50-yard line. Move the chains.
Great job of getting outside the pocket. Protection broke down right away. Ladarius had a short corner on the left side with JT coming after JJ. Unbelievable throw and catch.
They mark it at the 49-yard line. JJ takes the snap, handoff to Corum up the middle, puts his head down, drives forward. He's got the whole scrum pushing him. He gets into Ohio State territory down to their 48.5-yard line. For a short gain on first down. 5:22 to go in the half. Michigan leading 14-10.
Ohio State is starting to find a way with some of those one-on-one matchups to put pressure on JJ. Now it's up to Sharon to come up with some different formations, some different personnel groups. I'd like to see JJ get outside the pocket. Instead of flushing outside the pocket, go ahead and put him on a run.
2nd down and 7 from the Ohio State 48. JJ takes the snap, handoff to Corum up the middle, and gets down to about the 46-yard line. Short gain. It'll set up another 3rd down.
That's another one of those where Jack Sawyer is just crashing down hard.
You think the QB keeper's there?
I really do. I think the read option with JJ keeping the ball coming off the edge, I just think that JJ can outrun him to the sidelines.
Michigan is 1 of 6 on 3rd down, and they're looking at a 3rd down and 5. From the Ohio State 46-yard line, 4:20 to go first half. Michigan on top, 14-10. JJ in a shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. JJ steps up in the pocket, now he's in trouble, and down he goes. Ohio State's first sack of the ball game. It's Tyleek Williams. A loss of 5 on 3rd down, and it looks like Michigan will be forced to punt.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. You've got to find a way to win those one-on-one battles, and that was, for as much as I've praised Zach Zinter, he got beat on a swim move. A little overconfident, punched too hard, lost his balance, and the defensive tackle was able to get on his side.
4th and 10, Tommy Doman standing on his own 35-yard line. Chance to pin him deep. Puts his right foot into it. Abuka ranging over, signals for a fair catch. Wolverine's got a man down there. It's Amon Dennis, and the ball checks up inside the 5, and it's down at the 2-yard line. Tommy Doman strikes again. The man down there to field it was Quinton Johnson, who secured it at the Ohio State 2. A punt of 49, and Ohio State will be backed up in the shadows of their own goalposts when we continue from here at the Big House with Michigan on top, 14-10. Back at the Big House with Michigan on top of Ohio State, 14-10 with 3:23 to go here in the first half. Ohio State will have the football on their own 2-yard line when play resumes.
Well, Doug, I mean, last week, Jason and I were talking about how beautiful that punt was that Tommy Doman had, and it's still probably the most beautiful punt I've seen because it checked up inside the 1-yard line. This one at the 2, I mean, let's just say it's not quite as good, but given the circumstances and the opponent, I love the fact that he's such a weapon for us.
Yeah, Tommy's making himself some money. He got a 71-yard punt today.
Yep.
Fans getting into it. With Ohio State backed up to the southern end zone from the 2-yard line. And McCord in a shotgun. Travion Henderson in the backfield with him. 1st and 10. McCord takes the snap, handoff to Henderson up the middle, and the hole gets clogged quickly by the Michigan defense, and Henderson gets dropped for a gain of 1, maybe 2. Josiah Stewart leading the Michigan tacklers.
Well, all Ohio State's trying to do right now is just get a little comfort. They don't want Kyle McCord throwing the ball from his own end zone. We saw, he wasn't in his end zone, but the interception that Will Johnson had was risky business. Almost cost him a touchdown or a pick 6.
Wolverines, meanwhile, would love to get the ball back. 2:50 to go in the first half. McCord's going to take a snap from under center. Chip Trainum in the backfield. 2nd down and 9 for Ohio State. Trainum takes the handoff and has a small seam, but gets dropped by Chris Jenkins as he gets out close to the 5-yard line. Just shy of the 5. It'll be third down. Ohio State has to get the ball across the Michigan 12.
I'll tell you what,
Their own
Mason
12,
Graham swam right in front of the right guard, Matthew Jones. Forced that ball where he didn't want to take it. That's what made the play, but Chris Jenkins was the beneficiary of it.
Big play here, late first half. 3rd and 7 for Ohio State. McCord standing in his own end zone. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right. Here comes the rush. He's going to fire, and diving is Fleming. Did he come up with it? And they're saying, are they saying a completion or not? I haven't seen a ruling from the official. All the Wolverine players are saying incomplete. Ohio State's hustling to the line of scrimmage. I think they gave him that catch.
The official didn't even make it a...
He didn't signal it was caught. He didn't signal it was incomplete. They're giving him the catch at the 14. Replay on the big board. Fans are booing it. Sharon Moore might want to take a timeout here. Ohio State lined up, and now we have a whistle, and this one's going to get reviewed. Is that replay?
I think it's a catch.
Do you? Now that you've seen
on
it?
the field was a complete pass. Plays under further review.
Okay, well, minute 34 to go in the half. Ohio State's got the ball out to the 14-yard line. We're going to get another review.
I think it was a catch, and then the ball was ripped out as they were sliding out of bounds.
That was an amazing play by Fleming there.
A guy coming out of high school that was highly recruited, a 5-star kid who just really hasn't exploded on the scene like you've seen some other Ohio State wide receivers, but he is one of those guys that's a very sure-handed receiver.
The replay they've got at field level, the only question is, did he survive the ground? I think it's a catch.
Yeah, that looks like a catch all the way. Carnell Tate for Ohio State's been taking reps from Fleming. Big decrease in play since C.J. Stroud hasn't been there.
Meanwhile, keep an eye on Travion Henderson. He kind of wobbled off the field there.
Yeah.
Also, Carson Barnhart went to the tent, but he ran out of it, so it looked like he's fine.
Oh, Ron Snodgrass taking a long time. Are they possibly going to overturn this?
I don't know. I would be really surprised. I'd like to see the official over there make a definitive, in the moment on the play.
He just stood there.
Yeah.
He didn't signal catch. He didn't signal incomplete.
He was as confused as everybody else in the stadium.
I guess I'll call him down here.
They're still talking it over down there. Maybe it's a clock issue?
After review, it is a completed pass, first down.
Okay. So with a minute 34 to go, do you think Ohio State tries to get something going from their own 14-yard line?
I think they'll probably run another test one here, see if they can pick up something on the ground. If they pick up a first down maybe on this play, then they'll, let's see what we can get. We can get in field goal range, because they're very aware of the fact that Michigan does get the ball coming out of halftime.
Ohio State with just one timeout here in a minute 34. Fans getting into it again. Michigan has 2 timeouts. Wolverines would love to get the ball back. McCord in a shotgun. Trying to change the play. He's got guys running all over the place. Now everybody's set to go with 13 on the play clock. McCord back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. He steps up, looking down the middle. He's going to fire deep out here, and it is caught. Marvin Harrison in Michigan territory. There's a flag down. I suspect it's going to be a PI on Will Johnson. But Marvin Harrison down at the Michigan 41-yard line.
Yep, there's your answer.
Well, McCord has been very good on...
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. The penalty is declined. The results of the play, first down.
McCord throws 20-plus yards downfield, completing 48.8% of them. Many of them to that guy right there, number 18. 46 yards to Marvin Harrison. And now with a minute 11 to go, obviously Ohio State looking to score before the half.
Well, I mean, they were able to put pressure on Cal McCord. He had to step up in the pocket, but you've got to be able to get home. He's starting to get his eyes downfield. He's starting to look for Marvin Harrison. This is where you got to pop him a little bit. So he starts looking at the rush instead of looking for number 18.
Ball at the Michigan 42-yard line. A minute 11 to go in the first half. McCord in a shotgun. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Fires behind his receiver. Train him out of the backfield. Junior Colson could have made a play on the football. Very close to an interception, but incomplete.
That's an opportunity. Tips and overthrows. You got to get those. And that was an opportunity for Michigan to put a halt on this. He's a little bit,
not much of a chance.
Not much of a chance, especially with that club on his hand.
That ends a streak of 5 consecutive completions for McCord. Second down and 10 for Ohio State. They trail at 14-10, a minute 8 to go in the half. From the Michigan 42, McCord back to pass. Out of the backfield, find Henderson, and he gets drilled. Laid out by Mikey Sandristel. Just annihilated Travion Henderson as he caught it for a 1-yard gain.
That's about as textbook as you can get. Now you got to get lined up. Can't be celebrating. Ohio State's trying to get lined up as quick as possible, but that was beautiful.
Third down and 9 for Ohio State. McCord back to pass. Looking, fires to Stover. He's got it at the 35, short of the first down.
I got to imagine this will be 4-down territory as well. It was 35 seconds.
Well, their kicker, Jaden Fielding, hasn't tried one beyond 50 yards this year. And this is 4th and 2.
And they're letting the clock run. This tells me they're going to take the timeout. They're going to let it run down, take a timeout, and bring their kicker out.
Oh, yeah. This kid, Jaden Fielding, has a long of 41. This would be closer to 50.
I tell you what, let's go back to that Mikey Sandristel hit for just a moment. When you have that opportunity, you never know what an official is going to...
Timeout with 3 seconds left, sorry.
Ohio State, their third and final timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
What official is going to say, what they're looking at, you got to make it a no-doubter. The targeting call right now is so in vogue for these guys to call, and that was as textbook as you're going to find. It was a beautiful, beautiful hit. The timing of it, head placement, it was textbook.
Couldn't agree more. Just keep in mind that the kicker has the wind. The little wind that we do have in this stadium is going in this direction, so it should be a makeable field goal, but hopefully we can get some pressure up front.
Again, as long as 41, but in high school he hit from 55, and he has said he's comfortable inside of 60. This will be about a 51-yarder. The ball will be spotted on the left hash. 3 seconds to go. Michigan leading Ohio State 14-10. As Fielding steps it off. John Furlman is the long snapper. Jesse Mirko is the holder, and Michigan will take a timeout.
In their second. This is a 30-second timeout.
Buckeyes did snap it, and Fielding went through with the kick.
Jason, was it good?
It definitely was good.
All right.
So,
distance won't be a problem.
That's why you got to call the timeout pretty quick, because the kicker is definitely taught to snap it and get one in.
Some pretty big-time throws from Kyle McCord. First out of his own end zone on third down.
Yep.
And then the completion to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, and
really good.
Well, they were great throws, but you also have some good players making great plays. Marvin Harrison Jr., every time he's on the field, he's a threat, no matter where he is. But Julian Fleming for the first down, that was a great catch, great concentration.
All right, this will be actually a 52-yarder for Jaden Fielding. We're ready to go. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick, a line drive, and it is wide left. No good. No good. And the Wolverines will take a 4-point lead to the halftime locker room following the missed 52-yarder by Jaden Fleming. Plenty of leg, but a little bit of a snap hook wide left. And Michigan leading 14-10 at the break. John Jansen, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Michigan has taken advantage of opportunities. So the interception by Will Johnson, and turning that into a touchdown, going on a 75-yard drive against this defense, not easy to do. They've shown that they can move the ball. Now they've got to find ways to continue to protect JJ. That last possession, JJ was under duress. He made a play. You don't want to have to make him get outside the pocket because he's under duress. Find ways to move that pocket, get him outside the pocket on his own. get away from some of those rushers, get them a good look downfield. And then on the run game, I really believe you've got to be able to run the ball with your quarterback. He's got that ability. He seems healthy. Now's the time. You're not saving it for anything.
Well, the Wolverines will have the football to start quarter number 3 with Michigan leading 14-10 from here at the Big House. Lots to do in our halftime show, including an update on scores from around the country. So it sounds like they've hired a coach in East Lansing. All that coming up. We'll have analysis of the first half from Jason Avant, Jack Miller. And, of course, thoughts from the Michigan locker room as we get you set for the second half of action from here in Ann Arbor in the game. It's 14-10 Michigan. You're listening to Michigan Football from Learfield.